I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
I remember those days too, back when I was done working on the pod. Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Darkest Dungeon with me, your host Tim. What do you guys think of that introduction? Just the awesome, you're playing the LUNM mod introduction with the music, and then we scroll down and go into the estate. If you guys, I could go back to the original way, which was the silent fade in to the Darkest Dungeon title screen, and then go down to the load. But if I do that, then I have to remind you guys via voice that this is a modded version of the game. In addition to, and you can find out Red Hook's stance on mods in their game by going down to this video's description, where I have included their statement, which basically summed up says that they are not responsible for any destruction which happens to your game by installing a mod. Yup. Okay, oh right, and also remember everyone that if you don't want to hear me talk about the mod, you can go down below to the video, to the comment section, where I will have a comment down there with a time step in it, which will allow you to skip ahead to avoid listening if you don't want to hear me talk about the LUNM mod. There'll be probably another timestamp down there, which will allow you to jump forward in the video to even skip the town stuff if you don't want to watch me assign people and do that, so any strategic layer stuff that happens in town. Because I know some people will not want to listen to the LUNM mod but want to watch the town, and some people want to do either and just jump right into the middle of combat. I will only be mentioning this probably 1 or 2 more times. By video 5, I will no longer remind people about the timestamps. Okay, so let's do LUNM mod stuff first. That's what I just said I was going to do. Okay, so, right. Everyone, I've got the LUNM mod working in the workshop again. Red Hook made a fix that seems to be working, and now the files get downloaded and actually seem to get applied, which is great. The problem is that I can't get the Musketeers audio files to work through the workshop, and I'm not sure why. They do work through the actual zip file I uploaded to the Nexus mod. In fact, I am running right now using the Nexus modded version of my mod, which is to say that I'm not using the workshop to automatically keep my game up to date and apply the files. I instead downloaded the mod through Nexus and applied the zip file directly over my files. But in the previous video, I'll do it in this one as well. Down below, I'll have a link to the Nexus mod install instructions, so that if you're curious about this mod and you like what you see and you want to play it, it will go over how to install it through Nexus as opposed to the workshop. I suppose this is a good spot to also mention that this is a overhaul mod. This will not work with any other mod that was created. Overhaul mods touch every single aspect of the game. And because of that, because I changed the effects file for my heroes, and I've changed all the heroes in my mod, and somewhat, even slightly, it's not going to work with anyone else's custom class. I think it might work with different color palettes, because I know some people have done that. It might also work with different looks for the heroes, because those are art files, and my mod doesn't touch them. But if any mod touches, like, the trinkets, my mod won't work with it. If any mod works with, by changing the hero stats, my mod won't work with it, and stuff like that. It's just, my mod will override those files, and or won't work properly if you install the second mod after. If you're running the workshop, and you install this mod manually, the workshop should override my data on load, which means that my changes that you see here will not work in the game. This is especially true for the heroes, just as a heads up, which is what most people have mods for. It's a shame. It would take me a lot of effort to make my mod work with someone else's mod, and I would need that modder's permission to do so as well. Okay, so what else? Oh, there was a few more things about the game which I didn't describe in the last video, and I should do so now. All the heroes in this mod, they require slightly more experience to level up compared to what they did in the base game. I don't know numbers off the top of my head, but know that your heroes will be remaining level 1 and level 2 in particular a little longer than they would have in the base game, and level 3 and 4 a little longer as well than the base game. This means that you'll be able to use them and not get bottlenecked as quickly. This is because the base game had, for the economy, there wasn't enough money, and or the costs for upgrades were still pretty high. In my game, they're lower, but I also made it a little longer to level the heroes. So you'll be able to utilize your heroes a little longer in the low-level stuff. And on that note, though, also know that when it comes to the guild and the armory, level 1 heroes cannot purchase level 2 upgrades. If I was to do this, can I do this somewhere? So let's level the... Oof. That's a lot of crests, Tim. Do I want to spend those crests now? Sure, let's do this really quick.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what he will face.
Get another one if I can click and go away.
Some may fall, but their knowledge lives on.
So a level 1 hero cannot purchase level 2 skills. In my mod, heroes can use their level's worth of skills or gear or lower. So a level 1 character, you're stuck with level 1 equipment. Level 0s are the only exception. They can use level 1 equipment. There is no level 0. But like a level 4 cannot purchase level 5 gear. You've got to wait till you're level 5 to do so. Now on that note, I did believe I mentioned that is cheaper to also level. You don't have to worry about going out on an adventure and all the gold levels one person's gear. I would like to think that my mod is slightly less grindy than the normal darkest version of the game is. I've heard Red Hook's Radiant mode fixes a great deal of that. But I've not played Radiant mode. Also, one more thing before we go any further. I know that there were some balance changes done to the characters with this latest patch. 19990. But I don't know what they were. And I don't know what creatures were changed. I don't think very many of them were changed, but I don't know what they changed for the heroes. And I'm having trouble even remembering what the base heroes were like, because I have only played my version of the mod for so long now. So please keep that in mind as well. If I say there's no difference, there may actually be more difference now than there was in the past. In fact, I am aware that Bulwark of Faith in the game now is a battle-long buff. Which is used once per battle, and I believe the Crusader marks himself, gains a bunch of prot. It's basically you use it in the beginning, you sacrifice a turn, and then he's got that for the rest of the fight. I myself would love to have had some of these skills be passives. Like Bulwark of Faith actually just gives him an extra like 10% prot and 10% stress resistance, and it takes up a slot for him to do it. But there is no passives, unfortunately. But that's a really good idea that Red Hook added, making these like battle last for the entire battle. That gives me an idea actually too. Anyway, okay. So, right, let's grab any new heroes we have in the stagecoach, and because we're still talking about LUNM, we'll talk about the differences, and then we'll be ready to do the in-town stuff. And we've got an occultist, and a leper. Let's go ahead and get them added.
This man understands that adversity and existence are one and the same.
And Ulrike Mborn.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
Alright, let's cover their differences really quick. Again, I'm going to skip the camping skills until they go camping. Alright, so the Leper. The Leper has... Oh, God! Okay, well... The Leper has less max hit points than he had in the base game. I reduced his max hit points. I think at the max level, he has 7 less max hit points than the base game. But he gains prot. So I gave prot, 10% prot to any hero that looked like they were wearing armor. So that would be the Crusader, the Leper, the Man-at-Arms. Those types of characters have prot. I think the Arbalest is another one. Characters who are wearing light armor, and I think that would be just the Vestal and the that would be the Vestal and the Bounty Hunter, have 5% prot instead of 10. I'm tempted to remove that from them, but no, I'm not going to, at least until I get done with this and entire playlist and see if I like it or not. Right, so that is a difference. So in other words, he'll take less damage at the lower levels, but a big hit or crit, this won't really save him too much damage from. So, oh, right. His accuracy is lower than any others, but I think that was a normal case. It's lower than it is in the base game, but slightly higher than what it was when the Corpse and Hound patch came out. His chop used to be a 65, so now it's 70. Alright, so Hue is, I believe, the same as it is in the base game. Focus, so this is Purge in the base game. In the base game, Purge, you attack a target, it has like push 3, and it clears all corpses. In my mod, the only thing, I think, that can clear corpses is the Antiquarian's Blight ability. The Abomination's Vomit may clear corpses, but I can't remember if I gave that to him. We'll find out when we grab an Abomination. But in any case, corpses, you're going to have to chew through them in my mod, rather than being able to clear them easily whatsoever. Right, so here's Focus. You can see what it does. 15% damage, 10 accuracy, 1% crit. I'm tempted to honestly make this last like 5 turns instead of 3 turns, now that Red Hook has inspired me to adjust buff lengths. But anyway, this is what it currently does. It'll last for 3 turns. Revenge, yep. So Revenge is kind of this in the base game, only it also has a penalty. I think it reduces his prot or something like that. I don't know why you would do it, because it's already there's a huge penalty already in that you're giving up a turn to use the ability. Well, in my mod, however, Revenge guards a target, and the Leper gains riposte. He doesn't gain any extra prot, so he's just going to take hits, but he will try to hit the enemy. Now keep in mind that his accuracy is of course lower than other characters, so he may miss more often on his riposte, but there you have it. His Withstand, I think I lowered the prot that this does down to 25%. This is to make up for the fact that he's got 10% prot flat out. Solemnity, I took it away, ooh, sorry about the puffy. I took it away from him being able to use it in the 1st rank. He can't do so. He can use it, however, in the 3rd rank if he so wishes. And I think, yeah, Withstand, Revenge, and Focus can all be used from the 3rd rank. Now, I've done this for Solemnity because there's a few trinkets which require you being in the very front rank, and they give you a lot of damage increase. And this is in particular noteworthy with the Leper. I think I changed his like Merciless Mask or whatever it was called, Berserker Mask, to have like 33% damage and 5% crit, but he's got to be in rank 1. And so I think that's what I did for that one. And I know there's like the Brawler's Gloves, which is 25% damage, 2% crit, got to be in rank 1. So to make up for that, he can only heal himself in rank 2. So if you want to really make use of him and have him heal, I find it best to use someone like the Jester, the Grave Robber or the like, who have movement tricks to take his place in the front, and then let him heal for a round, and then fade away to let him be back in the front instead. And here's Intimidate. Hits the front 2 people. I think this is the same as the base game. It used to be. It might be different now. I don't know. And we'll cover the camping skills when he goes camping. So that is our Leper. And the Occultist. So, right. I don't think I've changed his stats in any way. His Sacrificial Stab, I believe this is the same. No real alterations. Arbalist Artillery, I think the damage mod in the base game was minus 40% or something. I think I've lowered it to minus 25%. I'm going to have to watch my 2-hour video and take notes. Weakening Curse, right. Weakening Curse and Vulnerability Hex here. They both have the same damage mod and crit chance and accuracy base. I believe in the base game, their damage mod is minus 90 and their crit is like 1. So they have a higher crit chance and he does more damage with these skills. It's not very much damage, but hey, it's still like 1 more point. Weakening Curse is different than the base game. I think in the base game, this just lowers a creature's damage and it increases per level. In my mod, I don't think the damage increases, but the accuracy will go up to -10 and the crit goes up to -5. Because it's a flat damage reduction, it's actually still incredibly useful at every single level. That 25%, that's gonna save you no matter what. Like, I really didn't feel like that needed to be increased. If it does increase, I may change it so that it doesn't. I'm always tweaking Weakening Curse somewhat. In any case, that's what this does. And here's Vulnerability Hex. You can see that it marks the target like it does in the base game, and it also lowers the dodge and prot of the target. I'm not sure what the base game even does anymore for dodge and prot with Vulnerability Hex. Mine probably lowers it less than the base game. That's because in my mod, for my marked target abilities, I added a debuff to all of them in the Corpse and Hounds patch. Back then in days of yore, none of the marked targets had a debuff. They only marked the target, and I thought that was Not enough reason for me to use Mark Target when I could just do damage to the creature. So I added debuffs to all of them. Red Hook followed suit, and they added debuffs to all their Mark Targets. My Mark Targets, however, the debuffs are less than they would be in the base game. They debuff the target for less. This is because the creatures in my mod have less protection as they level up. And if this stripped the creature of like 50% prot or whatever it would be, the creature would have no prot. So, thus the lower numbers. Weird Reconstruction in my mod does not have a bleed chance. It instead causes stress to the target healed. As you can see, at level 1, it is 3 stress, 75% chance. As you go up in levels, I believe the stress increases, and or the chance increases. Hands from the Abyss can actually be used from the 2nd and 3rd position, allowing him something to do in rank 2. And there's Demon's Pull, which I think I increased. Oh, I think in the base game this was a I think this is a pull 3 in the base game at a like 90% chance. It's 110% chance pull chance with pull 2 in mine instead. And of course his camping skills were changed. We'll cover that though when he goes camping. Okay, so that's all the mod stuff. So if you clicked on that link, then you are now just meeting us as we do some in-town stuff. Hello there. Alright, so let's grab the other 2 heroes, and then we'll actually take a look at the heroes.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
And we'll see which of these guys we might be keeping.
Elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
Okay, so this Leper, I already hate him. He's got Eagle Eye, which is garbage. And Fragile, which is terrible for him. So he is like the worst Leper. Now, the good news about Eagle Eye is that we got this guy so early on that he'll probably lose this for another quirk. But unless he gets a really good quirk at the end of this mission, I'm probably going to just drop him. But this is to say he's coming with us on this adventure. All these level 0s are. Nice. Lurker is... Well, Lurker can be nice if your torch is low. I think this is less damage. I think Lurker was just damage on if your torch is low. I added a dodge benefit to it. And I think we've seen Deviant Taste before? Yeah, I think Reynold pick up Deviant Taste. Yeah, so we've seen that before. It's not the worst one in the world. 35% chance to loot steal torture curios. We got, oh god, Winded. Minus 3%, yep. So Winded in the base game, I think you had to be below 33 or 50% life. That felt like too... It didn't really affect you. So by changing to 70%, if she basically takes a hit or two, she's going to be affected by Winded. Gambler is just okay. She has Lurker as well, so this is a low torch group apparently. Nymphomania. So in my mod, I also added 10% max hit points to this to give it something else besides just stress healed in the brothel. I wanted you to consider the fact that all quirks are good. You wouldn't be like, oh, I got Nymphomania, it doesn't do anything for me. So at least by having some a hit point plus, that would be useful. As for her, oh, she's confused. She wants to... Dazzling Light means she wants to be in rank 3, but Mace Bash she wants to be in the front rank. Okay. Vatville. Oh, come on, people. 40% chance to expect that. Clutch hitter. That could be pretty good for him. He's probably definitely going to take hits. Steady's nice. He wants to be in the 3rd or 2nd spot. Oh, actually, he wants to start in the 1st spot, thanks to Point Blank Shot. A shame he doesn't have Duelist Advance. I refuse to buy skills for level 0s. They're going to do this mission with what they've got. Okay. Oh, and final... Oh, right. Okay, hold on. No, let's do this next. So we have people who need healing. They got to do some stuff. So... Oh, you locked Guilty Conscience. Okay. But you did gain apparently Quick Draw and Wheeled Explorer, so okay. Oh, it's too late now. Alright, so Vel, you need a lot of stress relief. Can we... Let's increase the Penance Hall. And... Oh, we'll make it cheaper.
A little hope, however desperate, is never without worth.
She gets to go in there. Reynold will pray. Do I really want to keep him? Yes, I do. And Hallie? Oh, right. North. I will have you be our plague doctor. If she survives her next level 1 mission and doesn't pick up a god-awful negative quirk, then I will rename you, then you will become this plague doctor, just as a heads up. Alright, let's, you know, it's probably cheapest and fine if we stick you over here as well. The same thing goes for you, Pincer of Fate. If I'm going to be keeping this occultist, I'm going to wait until he survives his first level 1 mission. He has to be level 1 and then do a mission, and then after that, depending upon what quirks he has, I will decide if I'm keeping him or not. And this was going to stay in town. I don't need to get his any stress recovery. Okay, and do we have anything else here? Oh, we have a trinket. Let's give it to you, which will counteract your fragile here. Of course you haven't seen any horrific, that's why everyone else is concerned. Alright, so we have a lot of cash. Dismas, can we get rid of something? With you, I think we can. Let's get rid of that light sensitive. Oh, right, everyone. The cost to lock positive quirks is the same as it is to get rid of negative locked quirks in my mod. I think it was different in the base game, but I can't remember by how much. So I'm going to spend this money and get rid of light sensitive on him. And you should get rid of known cheat then. You locked that as well? What the heck? Everyone locked quirks. It's awesome. I love it. Okay, let's get going. Looks like we're going to the ruins again. Now, because we have level 0s, we're not going to do a medium mission. We're going to do a small mission instead. So, what am I doing? Which of these do I want? What, the sly eye patch? Look, the lucky dice is so nice. Let's go after the lucky dice. Okay, so Roland will have you be in rank 2 at the moment. Vatterville will be in rank here. Rank here? that's what I'm calling it. And I guess we'll keep you in the back, Eric Bourne. Okay, we're gonna need to use vulnerability hacks in order to hit things. Oh, you can't actually heal. So, do I want to use point blank shot? For the most part, let's do this instead. The unlikely Tetret. Okay, unlikely Tetret. Let's get, or Tetret. Let's get, yes, exactly. Let's get started. Okay. Now, if I was being my mean self, because I don't really like a lot of these characters, I just throw them in there with this, with like enough food to make a food check, a single shovel, and wish them good luck. But I'll outfit these guys a little bit better and see how well they do. So it's a level 0. It's a short level. Oh! This as well. I don't know if I described this last time, everyone. So I think I did mention how all these places drop only a particular type of heirloom. The ruins will always drop busts. The Weld always drop deeds. Or rather, always drop. They're always as quest rewards. Always busts in the ruins, always portraits as quest reward for the Warrens, etc., etc. Red Hook made them randomized, but I never liked that. I wanted you to have to go to these places to get the guaranteed item. In addition, experience in this mod doesn't your resolve levels, it doesn't increase as the dungeons get tougher. A level 3 dungeon grants the same amount of experience as a level 1 dungeon does. You just get more experience for completing different lengths of dungeons. A easy or a short rank dungeon is 2 resolve. A medium is 4, I think. It might be 3. And the long dungeon is 6. I think that's what I've done in my mod. And the money is related to the length of the dungeon as well. But it does go up, as do the rewards and the trinket rarities, as the dungeon levels get higher. So a champion level dungeon or a veteran level dungeon will grant more money and more busts and better trinkets, but the resolve you get for completing it is exactly the same as if you were doing a low level dungeon as well. Right, and this was done because I still felt heroes were leveling way too quickly. The bosses also give you more experience, especially champion level bosses. The end bosses for all these dungeons, the final incarnation of them, I think they give you 12 resolve, which is enough to almost get you from level 5 to level 6 by killing one of them. So I did that to encourage you to go after those bosses, to just get it done with in these places because of how dangerous they are in champion levels. Okay, let's get going. Right, so provision again, so we want, I think we'll grab, I don't really think we need bandages here. We have lots of people who can somewhat heal themselves. Let's grab an extra additional herb. We'll grab a single key, 2 shovels. We'll go up to 7 torches. I'm not going to take any more holy water than the one we've got. Actually, maybe we do want another? No, this will be fine. And we'll grab enough food for 3 food checks. And no laudanum because I have not yet altered any of the creatures. I might do so before the next time I play, but I'm going to be editing the creatures for veteran level and higher. None of the skills I plan on giving some of these creatures will be here for the apprentice level dungeons. Okay, well, let's get going then. Once holy idols and shrines have been corrupted to favor pagan gods, holy water can help restore them to their rightful condition.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now, foreign.
Oh, right. Because they're level 0s, they actually start with 20 stress in this location. God. It's terrible. Okay. Oh. How can we do this with the least amount of backtracking? If I go this way... Okay. That's right. No one can see my cursor. Sorry about that. Alright, so if I go to the right first, then down, then over, that requires some backtracking. If I go down, left. If I go down to this room, down, over, it requires one thing of backtracking, and I can go up and over and ignore this single chamber. So I think we'll do that. Okay, so here's a pro tip that I came up with. Do you know that you would lose no torchlight by just peeking outside the different corridors? So what I like doing is, if I'm not going to go to the right, and I'm not, I will check that direction to see if there's a curio outside the hallway there first. And there isn't any. So now we go back into the dungeon. And now we go south. It's also useful if there's a trap outside. It's just within range of you clicking on it without moving up at all. So you can try to get the stress relief. Alright, well, let's go this way, everyone. Oh, deviant taste. Deviant taste, I hate you so much. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it. Alright. I'm so sorry, Pincer of Fate. I don't know if you'll be Emberborn because I'm probably going to drop him. He's just probably not going to be worth the amount of money it's going to take to cure him. Hello, spiders. Spiders. Alright. In my mod, the front spiders, the webbers, have 2 more hit points than the back ones. I did this because I felt with just a little more hit points, they have a better chance of surviving being focus fired by level 1 apprentice heroes. Meaning that they can tank slightly better for the spitter. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start. So we're going to try to kill the spitter. It's the more dangerous one. Off to a good start. We have no anti-venom. Let's try stunning the one back here. Oh god! This is going to be one of those dungeons, isn't it? Let's weakening curse him. Get that accuracy and crit down. Alright, well, I need you to hit one of them. Let's intimidate. Oh, chance to hit is only 66% chance. Okay. This is bad. Let's mark. And then we can grape shot and hopefully kill this one.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. 1 second. Oh, God! 5 damage. They're going after her because she's marked, I think. Why don't you heal? Oh, sorry, why don't you leave some strats? Let's try weird reconstructing.
A momentary abatement.
1 hit point only. That sucks. We're gonna take 4 more damage. Darn it! You guys suck! Good God! Oh my goodness. She's dead at this rate. This group is terrible! You guys are terrible!
Back to the pit.
You just missed like 3 attacks! Holy crap, they are destroying her. And we're not healing her at all. Wow, this is terrible. 3 spiders are going to slaughter us. I need the delay around. Oh my God. 3-1 heals.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
You are fired, Emberborn. You are fired. We need to eat 4 food just to keep her alive. Holy crap. This is terrible. She's already at half her stress as well. Good God. Good God. We gotta do at least one of those fights. Wow. I don't know about this group.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
It's a torch. It's a torch, narrator. It's not a handsome reward. It's a torch. Food check.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
We're desperate enough to take a look at this book, at this bookshelf.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I will always try to bring journal pages back. We desperately need to keep that light up. Let's mark. Oh, thank God. Wow. This is terrible.
Reeling, about to break.
I think the soldier can reach the 3rd spot as well, which means she's going to be brought to death's door right now, I think. This group may have to end up fleeing at this rate.
Soothed. Sedated.
Oh my goodness, the debuffs aren't staying. We're missing with everything. You're not healing her for any real amount of damage. Wow, this is awesome. 1 hit point.
A momentary abatement. Their formation is broken.
Good.
Maintain the offensive.
One of them is dead. Actually, they're not. They're pretty much winning at this rate. They're pretty much winning. Let's heal her. Disappointment. So much disappointment.
Decimated.
Whew. Need to pull him up so we can begin hitting him. Yep, you're about to go crazy.
A momentary abatement.
At least it has to focus on the front two. Let's debuff him. I need to kill it this round. Oh, I should have actually lowered its dodge. Nice.
Annihilated. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Maybe you'll heal for like 3 points. Remember porn. I love it. I love it. As you can see, my mod is... I was not aiming to make the game easy. And even though the hero's skills, I feel, and the heroes themselves regain buffs, it's not necessarily any easier than it was in the base game. Or at least, my intention was not to make the game easier, just go about the difficulty in a different way. Better believe we're gonna up that torch.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born. There can be no hope in this hell. No hope at all.
Oh, you know, I didn't think I talked about the creatures, not all of them at least. I think the Cultist Brawler had 2 more hit points in my mod than the base game, and I gave him 5% prot. The Bone Courtier's Tempting Goblet ability does only 1 to 2 points of damage at level 1, not 3 to 4. I felt that was a ridiculous amount of damage that he was doing at the low levels.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Let's weaken this one a little bit. Oh, going after my other healer next. Good for them. Darn it. He has 1 hit point left.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Unnerved, unbalanced.
This is awesome. We're getting this group's getting the snot beat out of them.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Well, we may as well take our time with this a bit. We will kill it next round.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
his dagger ability, Knife in the Dark, has a chance to put a weak bleed on you.
Ringing ears, blurred vision. The end approaches.
Get me out of this dungeon, please.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Holy crap, we're getting the snot beat out of us. This is wonderful. Oh, absolutely wonderful. You guys again. Man, so many misses. So many. Lots of dodging on their part. Desperately get his accuracy, damage, and crit down. She's got to stay. We at least need her to do this fight.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Looks like he's dying. Looks like you're dying, sir. Not that it really matters. You keep missing.
Destroyed.
Sure, why not? Why not? And she has to use Dazzling Light? No.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Well, good luck. Hope you don't die.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Oh, that massive 0 damage healed. I think we have to flee. I think we have to flee. I don't really want to.
Sedated.
Woo! We won't kill it before it goes. Oh, we might be able to. I need a heal to happen. Darn it, she got to go first. Oh my god, so frustrating. So frustrating. Oh, very well. Okay, then we'll just kill her.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Do we go here and then double back and then just go up 2? No, we'll just go up 2 and then over to the right. Oh man.
Sedated.
Wonder if we'll get another food check.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Oh man, this is terrible. This is so terrible. Oh, thank God. It might not kill me.
Exposed to a killing blow.
They have like a 1% chance to crit. Unbelievable. Oh, come on! Come on! guys suck. You suck.
Compassion is a
You are
rarity.
terrible.
Fever.
Absolutely terrible heroes. God, you're absolutely horrible. Alright, that was pretty epic, but it doesn't matter. You're down to like no hit points. Can we keep him up? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, that was lucky at least. Darn it! Woo! That's fine with me. Because you can still heal back there. I can't believe we're at taking 3 rounds against 2 bone rabbles.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Look at this reward. This has not been worth it. Oh, Jades. I don't know if I mentioned it. Jades are worth 300 gold, not 250 in my mod, and they stack up to 6. Citrines are also worth 300 and stack up to 6 as well. Food check. Oh, no it wasn't. Okay. We have to do one more room. It's gonna be this one. I'm not gonna risk that trap. I'm gonna risk this one instead.
Mechanical hazards. Possessed by evil intent.
Just eat up. Might as well use the food. Oh my god.
Packs full of steel and war. But nary a thought given to the plow.
No, we gave the thought to the plow. It just so happened that it didn't matter. We needed 4 food in a short dungeon. Holy crap. Please, let's get us out of this nightmare dungeon.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
I'll give that a yes. Absolutely. Oh crap. Let's see who we're not taking with us. Early Riser. That's not so bad, Aircube-born, but you sucked in this mission. Mallet gained Unholy Slayer, but nervous. I'm probably dropping her. That Vil gained Slugger and Off Guard. I'm probably dropping him. Bad Gambler. And Photomania. So I think I'm dropping all of these heroes are just going to be dropped.
Though long years may seek to separate them, action and consequence will invariably have their dreadful reunion.
A maddening whine. Intolerable. Clouds of mosquitoes and other less identifiable pests continue to descend upon the hamlet with maddening persistence. Illness and irritation abound. New courtyard quest available. Nice. The Vil engaged in flagellation and recovered 51 stress. Reynold has been inspired with holy worship and wishes to remain in prayer, recovering 39 stress. Halle Meds recovered 32 stress. Dismiss removes light sensitive. And Maddening Wine is now available. Alright everyone, so that will do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll make my decision when I come back, but we picked up Bad Gambler, which in my mod gained a chance to steal scrounged curios. They interact with it and steal it. Just, oh wait, did he steal the stuff from Deviant Taste? He was supposed to. Did he? I'll have to double check. If he didn't keep it, he's gonna, because he was supposed to steal that stuff. So I'll double check if he stole it. Emberborn, you didn't gain any negative quirk, and you didn't lock Deviant Taste, so I might keep him. He's good with the lights. He's not good at dim light, but in the pitch black or the very bright areas, he's pretty damn good apparently. Mallet, I'm dropping her, I think. What do you guys think? Think I should? She picked up Nervous. She's gonna take at least 2 weeks to get her healed up. this is terrible. Oh, actually, Emberborn did pick up tetanus, which needs to be healed if I want to do anything about him. And Vatville gaining off guard. Oh my god, terrible on a highwayman. Yeah, I think we're absolutely going to drop Vatville. Mallet I could keep, but I don't know if I want to. She's going to be a lot of work to get her back in usable state. Emberborn's out for 2 weeks. Roland's probably out for 2 weeks as well, maybe. Oh, God, these heroes are terrible. Anyway, let me know what you guys think I should do about these heroes, and I will see you in the next one, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. This was awesome. Oh, man, this is terrible but awesome. All right, take care, everyone, and thanks again. Holy crap, terrible.